Hey everybody, Chris Scarborough here, doing another video running analysis, and this is one of my athletes, Joe Henderson, on his pre-test. And one of the things that we want to look at here, one of the things that slows a lot of runners down, and of course this being an NFL hopeful, we see Joe here with very poor running technique, and I'm going to draw a line here. You can see this black line. Can see about where the center of his hips are, and that's way behind where his foot and his shoulders are. And because of this discrepancy here, every time he takes a stride, he's actually putting his own brakes on. This is extremely common, and so literally he's slowing himself down every time he takes a stride instead of accelerating. Now, as we advance the frame, well, before that, if you go back to previous lessons, you'll also see that his back knee is way behind his front knee when his front foot is striking the ground. As we advance the frame, and again, we are going to find about where the hips and the foot placement are. And you see that he once again is way behind. His back knee is way behind his front knee. It should be even at this point. As soon as you see the front foot hitting the ground, the back knee should be even with it. His shoulders are way bent over. Now, one of the reasons why his shoulders are bent over on this particular position is because he actually is having to counterweight his back leg. So his right leg is way behind his left. So what he has to do to counterweight that weight is lean over, but he also has to twist to his left. So his right leg is in the back, so he has to twist left and lean forward. All he's doing leaning forward, counterweighting the weight of that back leg. Now, certainly he can still sink his hips back behind him, and that's called that's a completely different reflex. That's actually that's not the extension reflex. That's actually part of what we call the stumble reflex, which we'll get into a little bit later on. That too has a lot to do with speed. So anyway, this particular runner definitely has a lot of potential to run a lot faster. Once again, this is almost a perfect side view. You can see about where his hips are, and look where his foot is, and look how much forward in front his foot is than his hips, how heavy a forward lean he has. And you'll also notice that when his left leg moves through, he doesn't get his thigh anywhere close to 90 degrees or parallel to the ground. It's probably closer to about 45 degrees. That's more of a distance runner's angle, but he's pushing way back here to the back. He's trying to, once again, use his thighs to do what his hamstrings are supposed to do. Anyway, we'll go over how to correct this in future lessons, and we appreciate you staying tuned.